The Owl House is an animated fantasy horror show about a young girl named Luz, who has, quite literally, magically stumbled into the demon realm. She finds herself on the Boiling Isles, a place made out of a rotting corpse. This is where the show takes place, and this is where she finds her new friends and possible family. There's Ida, the Owl Lady, a rebellious witch who first becomes Luz's teacher, then her new mom. Then there's King, a glorified dog who is in fact very lovable.
King? Boop!
He essentially becomes Luz's brother as they get to know each other better. The first episode, they all bond over being a little weird because us weirdos have to stick together, right? The basic idea of the story is that Luz wants to become a witch. She's suddenly thrust into this strange new world with magic and witchcraft. However, she decides to stay, and regardless of how scary this might be, she couldn't have asked for anything better. The chance to become a witch? Oh boy, that's a dream come true. But of course, it can't be that easy, right? Luz quickly discovers that she's gonna have to learn magic her own way, because she's a weirdo. She's not like the other girls. Actually just a human, but it ties well into the themes of being different. As we learn more about the world and the plot develops, we're eventually introduced to Willow, Gus, and Amity, Luz's new friends. The first season is filled with wacky adventures and fun shenanigans, but don't let that fool you. The Owl House is filled with great character writing and some very emotional moments.
You always thought you were better than me, that I could never beat you in anything. I am better than you. Then why were you so easy to curse?
By season 2, the show grows closer to Dana's vision, and by then you're already invested. It's not far-fetched to say that this show is loved dearly by its fans, for its great story and characters, not to mention the queer representation. I mean, what isn't there to love about this show? Unless you're a Christian television network who is terrified of gay witchcraft, I'm sure you'll see my point. There's just something so endearing about the Owl House. Maybe it's the world building, the characters, the story, it's all very charming. But I do think something that really stands out to me is the queer representation. The Owl House features a wonderful romantic relationship between Luz and Amity. They start off not in the greatest way. Their first interaction was literally Amity shaking Luz, who was pretending to be an abomination. However, as the show progresses and Amity got her character development, making her a bearable person to be around, their friendship starts to blossom, and eventually they develop feelings for each other. I remember when Enchanting Gromfright aired, it really had me so excited. I was gasping at how gay it was, and when it was finally revealed that yes, Amity truly did want to ask Luz out, I was livid. Explicitly canon gay rap? What? As a comparison, back when She-Ra and the Princesses of Power aired, in the finale when we got the Catradora kiss, they had to fight so hard for the kiss to be in the very last episode.
Don't you get it? I love you! I always have! So please, just this once, stay!
Not to mention how the creators of The Legend of Korra wanted a kiss between Korra and Asami, but had to settle for hand-holding. And now, in The Owl House, 16 episodes in. This was real? The Owl House did such a good job of slowly and naturally showing they had interest in each other, and developing that feeling. And they didn't drag it out the entire show and wait until the very last episode to make them girlfriends.
Do you want to go out with me? No, I was so ready. I'm sorry, you can say it. Okay. Amity Blight, do you want to go out with me? Yes! Okay!
Why is this still so scary? I don't know.
On top of Amity being a lesbian and Luz bisexual, we also have Rain Whispers, a non-binary character voiced by a non-binary actor. I remember how over the moon I was when I realized the characters were using exclusively they/them for Rain. As a non-binary person myself, I hold Rain close to my heart. Then there's also the old romance between Ida and Rain, which in my opinion is a bit gay as well. At least in my case as a non-binary person, if someone were to be in a relationship with me, that would be a queer relationship. And not to forget, Lilith was also confirmed to be Arrow Ace during a charity livestream. I'm sure I'm not alone in my enthusiasm about all of this. It really does mark a big step in the right direction for queer representation in media. I'm sure I don't have to say that. The Owl House is clearly different from a lot of other Disney content. We don't get much queer up in the big movies, and well, it is this divergence from the Disney status quo that would be its downfall. The Owl House was a show about being different, and it was different itself, so let's talk about why the Owl House was cancelled. The Owl House was never given the option of a season 4, no option to reopen when the world went back to normal. There were cuts that had to be made because of COVID, and in Dana's words, Disney just wanted to be done with the Owl House, and this was the perfect chance to do that. So why is that? It wasn't because the Owl House wasn't performing well, because it was. It even got nominated for awards and won a few as well. According to Dana, the decision was made even before getting a proper look at the ratings. No, it was because the Owl House didn't fit the Disney brand. The show was, as I said, different. It was a bit darker and appealed more to older audiences. Intentional or not. Dana originally wanted to make a show for older audiences, but had to compromise with Disney. Well, apparently teens and adults aren't a valid audience to them. Not when it comes to cartoons. Because cartoons are seen as something for kids. The same reason Infinity Train got cancelled. This belief that older audiences can't enjoy cartoons and will grow out of it. It really hurts the shows we enjoy. Personally, I am very bitter about the Owl House not getting a full last season or getting renewed for a season 4. However, I think there is something good in endings. I do wish we'd gotten to spend even more time with these characters in this wonderful world they built. But as Lou said, there isn't time for 100 more adventures.
Are you sure you want to do this for a stuffed toy? Wouldn't you rather, I don't know, have a beach day?
Maybe if we had time for 20 more adventures, but we don't.
I am bitter and upset. Quite frankly, I think Disney cancelled the Owl House to spite me specifically. But I do want to look on the bright side and appreciate what we got. As of writing this video, there is still more to come, and who knows, maybe this isn't the end of the Owl House universe. The Owl House getting cut short really makes me look back fondly on the episodes we have. When I rewatch season 1, the arguably simpler days, I appreciate the show I love so much, because these episodes are what made the Owl House, and that I am thankful for. I celebrate the fact that the Owl House existed, I mourn the fact that it will end, but most of all, I am thankful.